Okay, welcome to your Wednesday morning class. It's always just such a pleasure to be together in our own way and to practice and enjoy this hour together. I always start lying down. I find it's just the easiest way to begin to get out of your brain and into your body. So feel free to lie down on your back. Bend your knees, plant your feet. I also love planting our feet. I feel like it gives us the stability that we're craving, the ability to ground ourselves, to search for the energy that's coming from the earth. And I had one of my students who talked about what is actually going on in the earth underneath us, all the worms and all the roots that are growing and everything. And I kind of really like to feel that because it's invisible to us normally. So really feel yourself on your mat. Give your weight up to your mat. So just let everything be. And you realize how much stress you hold, how much tension when you release it. So how about we tense up really, really tight your whole body and then release it. Let's do it one more time. Tense up your whole body, tense it, maybe, make a fist and whatever, and then release it. And maybe notice where you were holding tension that you could let go a little bit. Maybe notice the lighting in the room, the temperature, how you're feeling, where you've placed your hands, so that we're just working on getting into our own yoga zone, right? Our own place of comfort and sensation. And begin to focus now on your breath, that anchor that gives us life, that brings in opportunity, that cleanses our soul on the exhales. Our beautiful breath that the ancient yogis knew was the cornerstone or the whole basis of our health. And begin to feel your breath. And I think that we all feel a bit of an extra burden this week. And maybe we can breathe for those that can't breathe. And that this can be our way, one small way of bringing beauty back and allowing life to continue and to blossom. So let's breathe not just for ourselves this morning, but for those who can no longer breathe. And let's breathe big and strong, but soft and long. So place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. And begin to breathe only out of your nose. This sends relaxation signals to your brain with each breath. Right? You can't hyperventilate if you're breathing through your nose, only through your mouth. So begin to feel your breath on the inhale. Let your belly rise and feel your whole body begin to fill up with inspiration and with calmness. And on the exhale, let your breath start way up from your collarbones, working its way all the way down until you're empty and deflated. And then there's room now for new So even in life, when we feel deflated, it's for a reason. There's room now to expand. So feel the expansion on the inhales. Feel the sides of your lungs and the back of your lungs. All of the little folds opening up. And then on your exhale, all the relaxation that comes from not expanding anymore. Beautiful. And then switch hands. So the other hand is on your heart and the other hand is on your belly. And just notice how you feel different even this way. And again, we'll simply breathe together, inhaling and filling up so full from the bottom of the belly on up. And exhale through your nose, relaxing everything on the way out. And do you notice on the inhale how easy it is to add a smile? It kind of comes naturally as you're inhaling from your nose. And exhaling how all your facial muscles can relax, smoothing out any wrinkles. One more time, deep breath in. Notice all the things that are happening inside of you with each inhale. And exhale, let it go. Beautiful job. Open your arms to T. Let your palms face up. Spread your fingers wide and relax your shoulders and your neck. Right? We really have been holding a lot of fear and a lot of tension in ourselves for weeks. And let's just feel what our body feels like without it. Who are we when we can let go of these difficult emotions, these human feelings? What do we feel like? And then take your feet hip width apart and then just slowly, slowly begin to windshield wiper your knees side to side. And feel the freedom that comes with movement, right? When we hear some difficult news, we often freeze, right? We stand there or we sit and we don't move. And so we heal ourselves by adding in this movement. Maybe you can even feel that your stomach starts to gurgle a little bit. That's a sign of relaxation as well. So you know you're on the right track. Nice and easy. Fingers open and apart, right? The opposite of a fist. And then slowly let both knees just fall over to the left. They won't stack because your feet have been apart. And we're beginning our first reclining twist, cleansing out our bodies, our minds. Again, feeling what it feels like to lessen the burden. And then slowly look to the right. Maybe slide your head back a little bit. And breathe here just like we did at the beginning of class. Big, full breaths. Filling up, nourishing, nurturing, growing. And then on the exhale, freeing, releasing. Letting it go. And just being aware of your own breath pattern this morning, right? What a beautiful rhythm. And then keeping your knees over to the left, your shoulders relaxed, your arms in T. Go ahead and just look to the left. You can keep your eyes closed or unfocus your gaze. And then take an inhale and look back to the right. Just noticing your neck this morning. And then let's do that one more time. Slowly over to the left. And nice and easy back to the right. And then slowly look up towards the ceiling or the sky. And then tuck your chin in, relax your shoulders so your neck is nice and long. Sometimes you feel like your chin is what's reaching up to the ceiling. So tuck it in, and then take your left foot and place it on your right knee so that you can traction both knees over to the left. They might not touch down. They probably won't. But your right shoulder should stay down on the mat. Tuck that chin in, right? It's easy to let it relax. And feel your deep breath here. Each breath is a healing one, bringing in life, renewing our contract. Sinking into the mat. So if the mat had arms and it was holding you up, could you relax even more into those arms and let something else go? And just notice in this static pose that it's not static at all, because there is room over time for a little bit of extra movement, right? The body is so forgiving. Beautiful. And then slowly plant your right foot and let this figure 4 come up just as it is. And then slowly let the left foot and both knees fall over to the right, letting your left foot, maybe now this one can touch down. And you can still look up to the ceiling and tuck your chin, or you can look a little bit to the left. Again, relaxing both shoulders down on the mat. So just a little bit of a new reclining twist. Again, giving it up to your mat. Seeing if maybe the stress is in your elbows or in your wrists, in the palm of your hand, or in your fingers. Can you relax those and see if maybe there's some stress you could let go of? And then slowly plant that right foot again and come back into the figure 4. Bring your hands down beside your hips. Spread your fingers and plant your hand. Relax the shoulders, right? Take a deep breath in, a deep breath out. And on this inhale, press both hands, your right foot, and let your hips come up. So this is a one-legged bridge pose. You're feeling your strength in your foot and in your hands, not so much in your glute. So you're not straining, you're relaxed as you were at the beginning when you just gave it up on your mat. You just happen to be in a bit more of a challenging pose. But by your breath, you wouldn't know it. Just breathing along. And then slowly massaging your back one vertebra at a time, coming back down. Beautiful. And then release that left foot. Spread your feet apart and windshield wiper. Again, side to side. Maybe open your arms to T. Again, palms facing up. You know, all these small gestures that we do, they're cumulative and they make an effect over time. So you may feel them right away with just one time releasing, you know, the tension in your fingers, but it may not, you may not, and that's okay, but it does happen over time. And then slowly let both knees fall over to the right. And noticing, you know, both knees might not touch down, it's no problem. But tuck your chin in and look over to the left. And think about your heart. And begin to melt your heart, to soften it, to feel. And let it open up. It's not easy, but this is a safe place. And then slowly, you can begin to look over to the right with your chin tucked in. Feeling a nice stretch in your neck. And then slowly coming back to looking left. So nice to feel the motion. And then over to the other side. Feeling your breath. Take a deep breath in. Find some new expansion in there. An extra inch of space. And then on the exhale, releasing, bring your head back to center. So relaxed. That mat is doing a beautiful job at holding you up this morning. And then take your right ankle and place it onto your left knee. Extra traction here. Working to keep that left shoulder on the mat. Your hips are fairly even as well. And so if your knees don't go very far over, that's all right. You're still getting the energy channels to be opened, the acupressure points to be stimulated, and the magic to occur. And then slowly place the left foot down. So you're in figure 4. Adjust yourself so your hips are centered and your right knee is open wide. And then slowly you can bring your right foot over to the left. And this time your foot may touch down, it may not. But your shoulders are nicely melted like wax onto the mat now. They would need to be scraped up when we move. Breathing here. Take a deep breath in, fill up. exhale, release. And then slowly plant that left foot back down. You're into figure 4. Center yourself. And then bring your hands down by your sides. Keep those fingers spread, right? The opposite of a fist. Press your hands down and press your left foot into the floor. Let your right knee open. Belly is relaxed to accept all that new oxygen coming in. Take a deep breath in and fill up. And exhale, release through the nose. This time, inhale, fill up the same way, but press your hands and your left foot and lift your hip up for one-legged bridge. So breathe in here. Not unlike all our roads in Michigan, our bridges aren't necessarily so strong. We just breathe really deeply when we drive over them. And then slowly, slowly massage your beautiful spine on down. Oh, so nice. And then release your right foot. And if you could now find your strap, we're going to do some pelvic balancing poses. So open your strap. I like to put the belt buckle in my hand so it doesn't fall and hurt me at some point. And then what you can do is you're going to reach and put both feet, like the strap around both feet, and then lift up to the sky or to the ceiling so that you're in bound candlestick pose. So your knees will be probably bent, and that's fine. Like Frank Lloyd Wright says, right? He doesn't like right angles anyways, right? There's no perfect straight lines in nature. And then from here, you can just slide your feet open. You might have to let go of your strap. So you're in a straddle. And then slowly just rock side to side, right? Just releasing your pelvis, letting stuff go. Let your head go as well. Maybe keep your eyes closed or unfocus your gaze so that everything is easy. And then from here, slowly bring your feet back and your arms will come into your body. And then open and slide. So, you don't need the strap to do this by any means. And we'll just go back and forth. Opening and closing. Kind of a nice massage on the feet. Nice byproduct, back and forth. So you're opening up your inner thighs and then working your outer thighs. And then the next time that your feet are up, let them stay up. And then slowly release, keep your left foot in the strap and let your right leg come long to the floor. So you might use both hands to hold your strap, you might use one, but think about your neck, tuck your chin in. And you should be comfortable here, like it shouldn't be painful. So if you need to bring your leg down a little bit, find where it's comfortable for you. And then think about your right toes. They should face up. I think your want to sort of face them out to the right, but keep them up and keep your right leg in line so that your hip is in line with your knee, is in line with your ankle. So it's not like kind of coming off the mat. So you're quite balanced here. And then slowly work on bringing this left leg a bit forward towards your body. Tuck that chin in. It's easy to shorten your neck. We're not doing that today. You can work your hands up the strap and just continue feeling like your shoulders relaxing, your belly relaxing, your breath is moving, right? And let's do that. Let's take a deep breath in all together. And let's exhale and release. Beautiful. Now take this left leg that's in the strap and just circle it around. Another opportunity to loosen up the hip. So it's easier if your left knee is bent a little bit, right? It gives more room in the joint to move. And then the opposite way. Feels nice, I think. And then slowly come back. Keep that left leg just as it is in the strap. Keep your, some tension on that strap. And now we're going to lift up the right leg. So we'll lift it up and then we'll open it over to the right and all the way coming like sort of a circle, not quite a circle because it doesn't go over to the left very much. And your job is to not only move your right leg, but to feel some tension in your belly button coming closer to your spine so that you don't fall over to the right. So you're very, very balanced in your body, even though your right leg is coming out to the right. And then let's reverse direction. Nice and easy. And your hips are saying thank you, I hope. I feel so free being upside down. 2 more. Feeling your breath in your belly, even though the belly button is pulling in. Beautiful. And then slowly tuck that right foot in beside the left foot. And then reach the heels up to the sky. And you might feel that your body has a little bit more give, right? It's been in this position before. It's not something brand new. Breathing here, right? Candlestick pose, so great for anxiety. So it's a nice one to tuck in your back pocket. And then slowly release the left foot. Let the left leg come all the way down to the mat. If you need to bend that left knee, you also can and plant your left foot. So keep those left toes up to the sky and keep the left leg in line. And then slowly bring the right toes in towards your chest. Feeling your shoulders very relaxed, right? Like that melted candle wax onto the mat. Breathing here. So it's going to take an ice cube to release the wax, right? Like it's really nicely melted on the mat. And then slowly, you're bringing your right toes in a little bit more and your right heel up a bit more. So you're not off to one side or the other. Keep the right leg straight, keep the left leg straight, and you're bending your elbows more as you move your right leg towards your body. slowly circle that right leg around. Nice and easy. And then the opposite way. And then come back to center. And now you're going to lift the left leg up. So bring the left leg up to meet the right. It doesn't come back under the strap. Instead, it opens up to the left. And you begin to make big circles with your left leg. So try to keep your right leg up and not too far over to the right. You can keep some tension on your strap. That helps to balance you. And this is really a nice way to balance your pelvis, right? Sometimes we're so out of alignment, and somehow this exercise balances and relaxes the lower back muscles. And it's also very good for sciatica too. And then the opposite direction. So you're getting some strength in your arms, your neck is relaxed, your chin is tucked. You're breathing easy, right? Oh yeah, my breath, right. Beautiful. And then bring that left leg, tuck it back into the strap. So we'll enjoy this candlestick one more time. And maybe you'll notice this time a little bit more ease as you push your heels up towards the sky or the ceiling. And maybe just tick-tock side to side a little bit. Beautiful. So we've really worked our hips and our hamstrings and relaxed some tension, even worked on our arms. And now we'll slowly bend the knees and release the strap. You can move it out of the way. And then slowly, we're going to rock back and forth instead of side to side to come up to seated. But this time when you roll, try to get your feet more over your head so that you're really getting some rolling going. So not like a whole plow or anything like that, because we don't want to go anywhere near our neck, but maybe just getting a bit more of a massage here. And then slowly you'll roll all the way out to seated. Beautiful. From here, let's do reverse table. So your fingers face your hips and your feet face straight out. Press down and lift your hips up. So we did one-legged bridge. So we had the same feeling of lifting our hips up. Open your heart here, wiggle your toes. So you're not gripping the mat. And breathe here. So strong. And then slightly bend your elbows. So we can just do a little bit of tricep work. And then slowly lower down. Whew. Nice. From here, we'll go to boat pose. So I like the analogy that we're all in the same boat. So let's do the same boat. Let's put our hands under our knees and lift our feet up, lift our heart up, breathing here. Getting into our abdominal muscles now. And remember, shaking is very good, right? It actually shows that you're building muscle, that you're changing, and that you're okay with change. And then slowly, let's go back to that reverse table. Press down and lift up. And inhale as you lift up. And let's take a deep breath here. Let's all inhale together. And exhale, lower back down. And let's inhale into boat, but this time, let's bring our legs out and our hands out. So it's more like a regular full-on boat. If you like, you can lift your arms up too, if that feels good to you this morning. Look at your toes. Realize how much you need that pedicure. Breathing here. Let's take a deep breath in. And exhale, one more reverse table. Press your feet down and lift up. And let's have some fun here. Press your left foot down and let's do a figure 4, putting our right ankle on our left knee. Breathing here. Not so hard. Tuck your chin in so you're not like, really shortening your neck, and your hips are just floating up here as you're just hanging out. Beautiful. And then slowly bring your right foot down and lower back down. Boat pose again. Inhale, lift up. Feel your belly strengthening, your core for balance. Take a deep breath in and exhale back to reverse table. Press down, lift up your hips. Press your right foot down and inhale, bring your left ankle onto your right knee. Tuck your chin in and let your hips lift up. Wiggle your toes, right? There's nothing that you're gripping. Take a deep breath in, fill up, and exhale. Slowly lower down and bring the left foot down as well. One last boat. Lift up. So very strong. Breathing here. Thinking on what boat you're on. Yes, maybe you're on a sailboat in the Caribbean. Yeah, maybe you're on a motorboat at Lake Michigan. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a hug. Maybe your feet can be off the mat and you can just balance here. Bring your forehead towards your knees. Nice. And then go ahead and come into table pose. I cross my ankles and go forward, but however you get there is good. And then from here, cow-cats, lower your belly. You can tuck your toes under or not. So inhale is the cow, drop the belly, shoulder blades together, and then exhales the cat. Feel those shoulder blades get peeled apart. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Beautiful. This time, take your right leg out behind you and lift it up so it's parallel to your hip. And then bring your left arm up as well. So spinal balance. We'll do one breath, one movement, as if we're sort of walking. So we'll inhale, exhale, bring our knee and our hand down. Inhale, switch. Left comes up and right arm. Inhale, exhale, switch back and forth. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Maybe at your own pace if you prefer. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Keep it going. Right, a few more. Feels nice now, to like move a bit. Beautiful, nice and easy, back and forth. Feeling the strength in your belly, right? You just created it in boat. Now you get to feel the benefits already. And just even up both sides. Come back to table pose, tuck your toes under, and let's come to down dog. So in down dog, bring your belly button in and up. Spread your fingers wide. Maybe your toes are turned in slightly and your heart is melting towards your thighs. And then go ahead and walk your dog. So just bend one knee and then the other, back and forth. And then from here, we're going to go all the way to floating table. So you'll bend both knees until your knees are like 1 inch off the mat and hold here. And then inhale all the way back to down dog. Exhale, come back to floating table. Inhale to down dog. Exhale to floating table. Again, one breath, one movement. Nice and easy, floating table. Inhale to downward dog. Exhale to floating table. Inhale to down dog. 2 more, okay? Floating table. Down dog. Floating table. And down dog. Beautiful. Then walk your feet towards your hands. And hang here in a lovely forward fold. You can rock side to side. If you like to grab opposite elbows. Yogi's choice on the forward fold. Let your neck be so free. And say yes with your neck and your head. And think about all the things that you say yes to. And then switch to saying no. And think about all the things that you say no to. And then slowly come back to center. And from here, we're going to go into standing splits. So you'll keep both hands down around your right foot and lift your left foot up to the sky. And look towards your right knee. And relax here your neck just like you did in that standing forward fold. And it doesn't matter how far up that leg goes. I guarantee if you stayed like this for 24 hours, that left leg would go up higher. Okay, time and gravity. So just enjoy where you are and that you're able to do this unusual pose. From here, you may like to play with a bind. You may like to take your right hand to your ankle and hold. That's a beautiful bind. You may like to try to do both. So you lift up your belly, hold it tight, and then maybe your left hand can come towards your ankle too. And you can balance here. And then slowly release your bind and lower your left leg to meet your right. And again, you get to experience this forward fold. And then slowly, let's lift the right leg up for standing splits on the other side. Balancing ourselves out. Breathing here, look towards your left knee. If you need to bend that left leg, of course you can. And then slowly just feel that that right leg might have some room to lift up a little bit more. And you may like to work with this bind. So you take your belly in and up so that you feel like your abdomen is floating up. And as you lift up from your core, You might be able to take your left hand to your ankle, your left ankle. You may be able to even take the right and breathe here. There may be more room for your right leg to float up in this position. It's just fun to play, right? We always work on our balance. And then slowly release the bind and bring the right leg back down. Now let your big toes touch and your heels come apart. Bend your knees, and we're going to come into chair pose or fierce pose. So I'll just adjust my thing. I'll see you. I hope you can hear me. I'll talk a little bit louder too. Okay, so your knees are bent and your arms are out, up straight, your belly's tucked in. This is fierce pose, right? You're fierce here, but let your fingers come apart, right? So you're not tight, your shoulders are relaxed. And then let's T-twist. So you'll bring your right hand behind you, your left arm in front, and you sit down in your chair, opening up. And then slowly come back to chair pose and open up. Left hand comes out, and maybe you can sit down a little bit farther, fingers apart. Still breathing. Oh yeah, right. And then lift your arms back up. You're strong here. You're strong. Bring your hands into prayer position. Keep your knees bent. Belly in. We're going to prayer twist. So left elbow comes outside right knee. Press your hands together and open up so that your prayer position can come to your heart, or your heart to your prayer position. Breathing here. Maybe you can lower a bit more in your hips. Inhale back to chair pose. You guys are so strong. Yes, you are. Bring your hands to prayer position. Over to the other side. Right elbow outside left knee. And turn your heart towards your prayer towards your heart. Beautiful analogy. Lower your hips and open up here. And then slowly return to chair position. Breathing here, opening up, lowering down. And then inhale and swan dive forward. Oh, beautiful forward fold again. Breathing here, catch your breath. Feel your belly come in and up. And we're going to do a curtsy bow. So you'll place your left hand down on the mat, lift your left foot, and place your left knee behind your right. You'll bend your right knee and lift your left arm up to the sky. Curtsy bow. Breathing here, so strong. You may even reach your right hand for your left foot and continue to open your heart up. Slowly return to regular curtsy bow, and then lower your right hand down, your left foot down, forward fold. Standing forward fold, let your head go. Breathing here. So let's do curtsy bow on the other side. So your right leg is planted, or how do we do it? No. You're going to bring your right knee behind your left knee. No, what did we do? No, the other way, right? Left knee behind right, yes. Left knee behind right, right hand plants, and left hand comes up, opening up. Breathing here. And then slowly take your left hand to your left foot for a bind. If you like, breathing here, And then release back to your curtsy bow. And then slowly lower the left hand and the right hand, right foot. Whew, back down to that forward fold. And then slowly, very slowly roll up one vertebra at a time, all the way to standing. Oh, feels so good, right? Long spine. Feet feel really grounded, heart open, shoulder blades together, belly in and up, and just rotate your shoulders. And then the opposite way. Nice. And we're going to move into warrior one. So you'll step your right foot forward, your left foot back, and let your left toes turn out at about 45 degrees. Your left knee is bent, and your hips are facing forward. Inhale and bring your arms up so that your biceps are by your ears, shoulder blades coming together. And I particularly wanted to do a warrior one today so that we could practice leaning into our strength. So slowly you can maybe bend your left knee a little bit more and let your left hip track back, your right hip track forward so that your hips are also facing forward, your heart is facing forward, you're looking forward, your chest is forward. And begin to lean into that left knee and open your heart up. Right? So we're front-facing warriors. And lean a little bit more, right? We have a bit more battles ahead of us this week. We are prepared. And then slowly open up to warrior two. So you turn your right foot out, open your arms up, look over towards your left middle finger and focus at the end of your left middle finger. And here we'll symbolize being open warriors, right? So we are available, receptive, and very, very strong. And then from here, let's move to warrior one on the other side. So turn your left foot in, turn your right foot out, bend your right knee, and then slowly begin to lift your arms up. You'll turn your left toes in a bit and begin to lean into that right knee. So your right hip tracks back, your left hip comes forward, and you feel like the inside of your thighs on both legs are coming together. They're scissoring together, which is giving you energy to lift up from your core. And lean here, right? Lean into the battles as a peaceful warrior, but very competent and very balanced and very strong. Breathe in here. Maybe you can lean in by bending that right knee a little bit more. And then from here, open back up to that warrior two. So now your left foot opens up a little more, your right knee is still bent, your shoulders are relaxed. Maybe look back at your left hand to make sure it's as high as your left shoulder. It's not down here or up here. You might be surprised where it ended up. And look over your right middle finger. And then from here, we'll move into goddess pose. So you might want to straighten your right leg, but you're going to turn forward. Bring your feet a little closer, bend your knees, your toes will face out, And your arms will come up into goddess pose. Bend your elbows, spread your fingers, and sink down into your hips. And just rock side to side. And how this class flies so much in time, I have no idea. It's amazing. Slowly bring your hands together in prayer position and lower yourself into a yoga squat or into the football hold, whatever feels good to you. Press your elbows into your knees into your elbows if you're in yoga squat. Feel that nice stretch in your lower spine, still being able to relax your shoulders and open your heart. Feeling your breath, right? We're about to release it. So let's take again a deep breath in. Fill up, fill up, fill up. And exhale, release all the way to seated. We'll do one sun breath together. Again, an opportunity to breathe. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. And then from here, let's just lie down on our back for Shavasana. So this is an important Shavasana today. We have a lot to release. We did a lot of work. We need a lot of to incorporate everything we worked on. So just like you did at the beginning of class, start to melt into the mat and let the mat hold you up, right? We have to hold up people in society all the time. Let the earth hold you up right now. So find out where it is you're holding your tension and release it to the earth. Spread your legs so they're wider than your mat, right? You're not confined by your circumstances. And let your toes face open. And then let your hands come down by the side, spread way away from your hips. And lift your heart up, physically lift it up, tuck your shoulder blades underneath. So your heart is nice and high, you're very vulnerable, right? That's when change happens. Tuck your chin in. If you have a pillow nearby, you want to tuck it under your head, you can. And then slowly begin to release your breath. Let that pattern, your rhythm go. And let it just naturally be. Try hard not to fidget. This is corpse pose. And just let the magic happen as you take well-deserved rest. I'll bring you back shortly. Shavasana. And slowly welcome your breath back in. And feeling what it feels like when the breath enters back in. Where does it go? What does it feel like? Take a deep breath in, fill up, fill up, fill up, maybe with ease, and then exhale, release it, feel the calmness. One more time, inhale and fill up, and exhale, relax. Add some movement back in, nice and easy. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, right? Roll your wrists and ankles. Maybe look left. Come back to center and look right. And then slowly slide your legs together, point your toes, bring your arms over your head, let the back of your hands touch down somewhere comfortable. And stretch, 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 like someone's pulling your fingers and your toes, and you're just like Gumby, right? You've got lots of space to stretch here. And then exhale slowly, one knee at a time, become very small. Bring both knees in, give yourself a hug, maybe even lift your nose towards your knees. You're just a tiny, tiny seed that could manifest into anything you desire today. And then slowly lower your head down and come into a nice fetal position. Your lower arm can be a pillow. With your eyes closed, just feel one more inspiration and how you are inspired by it. And then on the exhale, press yourself up, eyes closed, back to that comfortable position. Feel your sit bones so nicely on the earth. Press them down, maybe easily feeling the energy underneath you. Lift up your heart again, so freely. Oh, it's just shining. Shoulder blades are coming together. Your shoulders are relaxed. You can handle it all. Inhale, let your palms touch. Feel your own energy circuit just really on full power now, and then slowly lower your hands to that prayer position. Rest your thumbs on your sternum and tuck your chin in. And take a moment to be grateful for anything that you'd like to be grateful for today. There's so much beauty out there. There's so much we can do. There's so much we need to do. It's all within us. The light in me bows and honors to that brilliant, shining, amazing light that's inside of you and me and every being on this whole planet. Let's feel so connected. May we go in peace. May we go in health. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. The microphone worked really well.
Oh, good. Yay. Even when I step back?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
It was windy outside, so that's why sometimes I couldn't hear, but you can't help that.
No. Okay, great. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you.